Welcome back. Thursday afternoon. The saga of this Polish missile strike is becoming more mysterious in a sense of, to begin with, we have to say thank you to this Polish potato farmer. He took a few shots of this. He's destroyed agricultural equipment, thanks to Zelensky. The fact of this, who is responsible, it was mainly debunked by most of the NATO countries, and even Biden debunked Zelensky as well. But they say it was a Ukraine missile, but it wasn't their fault. That's the narrative. It's officially an S-300 ground-to-air missile, which is old Soviet equipment, which the Russians probably are not using this conflict. And it was supposedly the launch from the west to intercept, the missiles which came from the east. Those Iranian drones and other missiles that the Russians have been shooting on western Ukraine. How the fuck this S-300 missile managed to go from east to west and ended up in Polish territory? And the fact is, how come this entered into 50 miles of Polish territory? That's quite a bit travelled without being detected. The Polish should have some type of radar or scramble some jets. This we do not know yet. Why wasn't it intercepted? It's clear to see it was a false flag incident to drag NATO into this war by offering Zelensky. I think recently he's been smoking too much at white dust, which he loves too much. And the fact he insists, and the world knows, and NATO said it was a Ukraine missile which hit Poland, NATO territory. Zelensky's not still convinced about this thing. Even his foreign minister comes out with a statement saying, I don't know his name is, saying it's all conspiracy theory, it's not our blame. Well, you've got to explain to me, a missile which was launched from the east, which is an S-300, and it heads west, and it hits, what you might call it, Polish territory, 50 miles into it. Can you explain that? No. There's only one explanation. It was deliberately launched by someone in the Zelensky regime. There is no doubt about that. Problem is, what you would call it, collective West don't want to go any more further with this discussion, because they probably know it was like this, the situation. And the fact is, they wanted a no-fly zone over Ukraine. This could have sparked off World War III. And probably now he's thinking about a no-fly zone over Poland after this incident. We have to wait and see. The evidence is clear. Everyone says it was a Ukrainian missile which was launched and ended up in Polish territory, hitting these two tractors of a potato farmer. So Zelensky and his military goons exchange it as Russian military hardware. It was a Polish tractor and a Polish potato farmer they hit. You have to say thanks to him and the credits to the photos which he supplied. Otherwise, they would have turned this into another false flag incident, which collective arrest on Zelensky didn't pull off this time. As usual, more money is going to pouring into this fucking country, despite this incident. And we're going to have to supply instructions from urkaine to these people when they shoot these missiles or not.